तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तथा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते. तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नमः. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna everyone. So let's start with a quick discussion or recap of the first chapter so that those who missed also can just cover it up with us. Okay. Okay, so the first sloka of the first chapter needs to be memorized. That is, okay, who knows the sloka? You can raise the digital hand. Who knows the first chapter, first sloka? Ratnamala Mataji? Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavachaiva kimakurvata sanjaya.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Okay, so this sloka has to be memorized by everyone. So in the first chapter, first sloka has to be memorized. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Himakurvada Sanjaya. Nidhi Mataji, you know that the translation of this? Not exactly, at least in your own words.
Yes, Mataji. That why the sons, his sons and sons of Pandu have assembled there, and what are they doing? What did they do?
Sanjay, so who is asking this question to whom?
Dhritarashtra asked Sanjay.
Why this question is asked? What are the two reasons?
Because basically this was the place of pilgrimage, and he was very scared what a good effect it will have on good people like Pandavas, and also additionally Krishna being on their side in a religious place like Kurukshetra, and he didn't want them to compromise as well. So
very nice. So the two reasons which Prabhupada mentions in the purport is what is the question asked? Rashtra is asking Sanjaya. Okay, put in the chat why Sanjaya was able to see all this that's happening in the battlefield. Even though he was in the kingdom, he was inside the palace, right? But why is he able to see? You have to put the chat to the host, okay? Not to everyone, just to the host. So change this. Yeah, only to the host. It should be just type. Yeah, why Sanjay was able to see? Divya Drishti, but who gave? Suresh Prabhu. Divya Drishti, but then who gave that to Sanjay? Yes. Getting nice answers. Yes. Very good. Okay. So Sanjaya's guru, that is Veda Vyas or Vyasdev, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas blessed Sanjaya, and because of that, Sanjaya is able to see or hear what all is happening in the battlefield. Good. And why this question? This question is, yes. So why this question is this question relevant when you go for shopping? If someone comes and asks you, why did you go for shopping? It's obvious you go to buy things, right? You don't go to study in a shopping mall. In college, you go to study, not for something else. So, I mean, nowadays it's something else. But then this question, why is it relevant? Everything in Bhagavad Gita is relevant. Doesn't mean like first chapter, it's just questions. There's no philosophy, just leave it. No, these Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are like ripened fruit of the Vedic literature. Nikama kalpatarur kalitam phalam shuka mukatamritatrava samyukam Vipata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Aho Rasika Bhubi Bhavuka. So Nikama Kalpataru, it's like a ripened fruit. Imagine there's a mango, there's no peel outside or there's no seed inside. Is there anything to throw? No, nothing to discard. Pipata Bhagavatam, you can just drink it. Similarly, in Bhagavad Gita, everything is important. No slokas is unimportant or anything. Yes, for the preaching aspect, this is irrelevant, you can see. But then here, why Dhritarashtra is asking this question, Sanjay? What did my sons and Pandu's sons do at the battlefield? Why? So Prabhupada explains. One is he didn't want a compromise between the cousins, as Niti Mataji said. He didn't want a compromise between Kauravas and Pandavas. That's the first reason. Second reason is he was doubtful about the influence of the place on the outcome of the battle. Like, because it's a Dharma Kshetra and whoever is on the Dharma will win. And obviously Krishna is on the side of Pandavas. Pandavas were on the Dharma side. So Dhritarashtra knew this. Dhritarashtra know that whoever is on the Dharma side is going to win. So he didn't want, he was doubting whether the place might have an influence on the outcome of the battle. Like how a home match is won by the team which fights in whichever country plays, no? The home match, there's a chance that they're going to win. So this is the reason. And what mentality of Dhritarashtra can you see in this sloka? I'll just a brainstorming. You can all unmute and say, what mentality of Dhritarashtra can we see? Yes, Manjula Mataji.
He is confused, he's scared also, Mataji. And one more thing, he wants his sons only to win, whatever the situation.
Yes, so he's very envious, he's jealous, he's confused, yes, and he's also scared. And when he says the word Mamaka Pandavashiva, he's separating his sons from Pandu's sons. That's not supposed to be done, right? It's like separating the cream or the stuff from the milk and the water from the milk. So it's like that. He's separating Mamaka and Pandavas, my sons and Pandu's sons. It's kind of an envious nature scene of Dhritarashtra. And he was scared, yes, because that's why he's asking what happened, right? And the analogy, what is the analogy Prabhupada mentions in the first sloka? An example. What is the analogy mentioned towards the end
paddy
of the topic?
Paddy field?
Yeah, so Ratnamanda Mataji, if we want to answer, you can raise a digital hand and then we answer, okay? Yes, paddy field. So Ratnamanda Mataji, can you elaborate on that? Like in paddy field, what we do?
Mataji, in the paddy field, what we do is we remove all the weeds out of the field.
Yes. So similarly in the Kurukshetra field, what is happening? Krishna is wiping out all
the unreligious people.
Yeah, unreligious people and unwanted people. So these analogies can come as a Bhakti Shastri question. So when we study in Bhakti Shastri, we are going through these points. Okay, the first sloka, the two reasons why this question was asked is just quickly going through. So here, he didn't want a compromise between the cousins and brothers, and he was very fearful about the influence of the holy place or the outcome of the battle. Okay, these two things, that's why this question was asked. So this answer should be there in your answer sheet. Like we are giving a Bhakti Shastri course, so we are all studying, and then at the end, what happens? We'll take an exam from the Mayapur Institute. So when we take that exam, these are the standard question bank books questions. So we are preparing you like that. Till now, we were reading just like that Bhagavad Gita, but now we are going to be like in a university level, we're going to be specific about the answers. So these 2 points should be there in your answers. These are the main reasons mentioned, okay? And it's Dharma Kshetra, the analogy that's used is like in a paddy field, unnecessary plants are taken out. Similarly, in the religious field of Kurukshetra, unwanted plants like Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana and others will be wiped out. So that is another thing. And the diplomacy of Duryodhana. Can someone explain by Duryodhana use the word Drupada Putra or son of Drupada. Tava Shishyena Dhimata or Drupada Putrena. So yes, Niti Mataji, why did he use this term?
Mataji, he didn't He didn't take his name Drishtadyumna. He said son of Drupada, who was especially born after that Agni god blessed Drupada with one daughter and one son, Draupadi and him, to specially kill Dronacharya. Despite
Yes.
knowing that the pure Brahmana that he was, he didn't ask him to stay away from his training. Rather, he imparted him all the military training that he was imparting Pandavas and Kauravas both.
Yeah. So he purposely used that term, son of Drupada. He could have just used Drishtadyumna, but then he used son of Drupada so as to agitate the mind of Dronacharya. As you all, I hope, I'm not going in detail of that story, what happened. That Drupada became the enemy of Dronacharya, and he'll have a son called Drishtadyumna who will become an enemy of Dronacharya. But Dronacharya trained even Drishtadyumna, right? And Duryodhana wanted to agitate the mind, so he came and said, see, the mistake what you did, and he is the one who arranged the field. So this question of Duryodhana's diplomacy is very important. That's an exercise. So we'll have breakout rooms. Okay, in every session we'll have a breakout room where you'll put in small groups, you discuss, and then you come back. You'll be given 10 minutes. So Duryodhana's diplomacy is an open book question. So he wanted to point out the defect of Dronacharya, right? So that he might be alert and uncompromising. But why was like, I want everyone to answer, okay? Those who never answered today. Why was Duryodhana so confident that Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya is going to support him? What are the two reasons Prabhupada mentions? I'm just briefly going through so that remember. Yes, what are the two reasons? Anyone remember? Why Duryodhana was so confident that Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya will support him? Nobody remembers? Nobody read and came? Only Nidhi Mataji knows. Sanjay Prabhu, you know? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everybody. So let's make presence of Bhishma as far superior general than Bhima. He clearly felt that the victory of Kurus depended on the presence of Bhishma there. Secondly, confident of full support of Bhishma and Drona as they had shown during Draupadi's insulting periods.
Yes, very good. Yes. So that, yes, Prabhu. So the two instances where Duryodhana was so confident that Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya is going to support him is, as Prabhu said, during Draupadi was getting insulted in the assembly, Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya didn't say a word. And also during the gambling performance, when they didn't say a word. These are all the puppets. When you go through the puppets, after every session, you're supposed to read. Okay. So and one more reason is there that they are employees and they stick to that. Yes, so that they were financially dependent on Dhritarashtra, so they kept quiet. Okay, and here, why did the blowing of the conch shells break the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra? Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya. Right, when Krishna blew Panchajanya and Arjuna blew the Devadatta, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra, that is Kauravas. Why? But it didn't happen the other way around. Okay, those who know the answer can raise your hand. Why did it shatter the hearts of sons of Dhritarashtra and not to the Pandavas? Yes, Mataji?
Mataji, because Krishna's transcendental that shells, conch shell.
It's transcendental. And any other reason?
Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was with them.
Yes. And then they were on the side of Dharma. Okay, so like the example I gave was like a thief in a public place, and his heartbeat increases when he hears a siren of the police jeep or something like that. The Kauravas were on the Adharma side, definitely, and the conch shells are all transcendental, right? Hey, Ramarajan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
When they blew the conches, the Kaurava army were very sad. The town discouraged the Kaurava army, and the warriors were horror struck. So this possible strength due to the strength of the Pandava army, and because also they have done so many this thing, they wanted to usurp the empire of the Pandavas, so they were shattered by hearing the conches of the when
Yes.
Arjuna and Krishna blowed it.
Yes.
So that's why these were all the. So because and then also there was no effect of the 11 Akshari army on the other side. So the Pandava army, so the Kauravas were very this thing shattered and they were very feared due to the blow of the conches.
Yes. Okay. So quickly put in the chat, what are the 9 signs of victory for the Pandavas? What are the 9 signs which we learned? Pandavas won, but there were 9 signs. Yes, the chariot given by Agni Dev, Sharanya Mataji, correct? Shriya Mataji says Krishna was with them. Yes, Rishikesha. Rattamala Mataji says Tekta Jivada, the military arrangement. Suresh Prabhu, yeah, Madhava. Sikriti Mataji, yes, it is Mokshara Ekadashi, very good. Shriya Mataji, Hanuman on the flag, not on the chariot, the flag, right? That's Kapitvaja. Goddess of Fortune, yes, Suresh Prabhu, that is Lakshmi Devi was with them. Kapitvaja, Agni Dev chariot, Kapitvaja, then Mokshara Ekadashi, then what else? Yeah, it was Dharmakshetra, yes, Manjula Mataji, it was Dharmakshetra, definitely. So it favors the Pandavas because it's Dharmakshetra. The Gandiva, very good. The Gandiva, the bow, is also a reason. Krishna was personally there, yes. Conch shells, good. Ratha, yes, the given by Agni Dev, good. Did we cover everything? Tekta Jivita. Okay, so these are the 9 reasons why the Pandavas won. Yeah, goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. And the most important reason is Rishikesha was with them. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanodhara, Tatra Sri Vijay or Bodhi, Rubani Tirma Mama. This is the last. Yeah, many were ready to give their life. That is called Sindhu Mataji, it's called Tekta Jivita. And blowing of the conch shells, yes, conch shells was transcendental. Even that helped them to win. So why is it relevant to have this Kapitvaja or Hanuman symbol on the flag? Yes. Why do you think? Those who are ready to give life for the army, for the battle is called Tyakta Jivita. Tyakta Jivita. Yes, Shriya Mataji, we're saying about why the Hanuman symbol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because Hanumanji was also with, there with Ram.
Yes.
And he contributed in the victory against evil, against Ravan. So here
Yes.
Hanuman signifies that he will contribute in the victory of Pandavas.
And also Prabhupada mentions about taking blessings from a senior Vaishnava, right? He was a great servant in Dasya Bhav, and Arjuna likes to. So when Lord Ram appeared in Treta Yuga, the same Lord, Keshavadrida Rama Sharira, Avatari, Krishna appeared in Dwapar Yuga, and then that was helpful. And what else we require? Yeah, why Krishna is called Madhava? Because husband of goddess of fortune and chariot. These are all different reasons. And why Krishna is called Rishikesha? I'll unmute everyone. Why is Krishna called Rishikesha?
Controller of senses, Mataji.
Controller of senses.
Yeah, master of senses. Very good. And what are the 2 reasons Prabhupada mentions why Krishna is called Achyuta?
Because Krishna
Is infallible.
Because Krishna reciprocates, Mataji.
Yeah, one person. Yes, Sikriti Mataji.
Because Lord Krishna is infallible.
Krishna is infallible, that's Achyuta, but why is he called infallible?
Because
Krishna reciprocates, Mataji.
Yes, Sharanya Mataji, yes. He reciprocates to his devotees. He never fails to protect his devotees. What's the second reason? Yes, Nidhi Mataji.
Mataji, Krishna is absolutely secure about his position, though he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Still, he played the role of the charioteer for Arjuna, his dear devotee, and that is why he's called infallible. Like
he
his
doesn't
position
fall from the position of being the supreme personality of Godhead. Yes. So the 2 reasons why Prabhupada mentions is Nivedya Mataji, you can post it to everyone, the attendance form. You are unable to send. You co-host, na? So you're not co-host. I'll make you co-host so that you can post it to everyone. Yeah, all of you please fill the attendance form. Attendance is compulsory in Bhakti Shastri. So it will be recorded on the attendance. Oh, okay, Mataji. I made a co-host. So when Arjuna meant the word Senayoramayaratam Achyuta in the purport, Prabhupada mentions the two reasons why he's called Achyuta or infallible is Krishna has become the chariot driver of Arjuna. It doesn't mean Krishna falls from the position of being the supreme personality of God. He's still Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. You take your friends for drive. Take your friends for drive. Does that mean you become a driver for them? No. The friendship never get altered. In fact, it adds more glory to your friendship. Similarly, Krishna doesn't fall from the position of being the supreme personality Godhead just by being a chariot driver. So he's infallible. Second, he never fails to reciprocate to his devotees. Krishna never fails to reciprocate to his devotees, or he never fails to protect his devotees. Another reason why Krishna is called Achyuta is when Krishna descends in this material world, Krishna don't have to change his body, or doesn't have to. He doesn't get influenced by the modes of material nature. That also Prabhupada mentions as a reason called Achyuta. And why in the middle? Yes, why in the middle, Sukriti Mataji?
Because he wanted to see, Arjuna wanted to see who is in the battlefield, who is fighting in the battlefield.
Yeah, he wanted to see both the armies. Why? Why does he want to see both the armies? Why does he? Yeah.
Like, who is on the other side, who is supporting the evil.
Yes, so he wanted to see who all have come to support the evil or the from his enemy side. But my question is, why does he want to know who all have come? That's what our next point of discussion is in Sloka 23. Prabhupada explains. Yes, Nidhi Mataji, you know why?
Mataji, I had a doubt for that. I raised my hand, but still I'll try. So maybe to see that who all are his enemies, who were actually his dear family members.
Yeah. Why he want to see who all his enemies? He can just fight now. Yes.
No, Mataji.
Even want to fight? Just take your Bhagavad Gita. Go to Sloka 23 purport by Srila Prabhupada. Towards the end of the purport, Prabhupada mentions why he wanted to see who all have come. There are people who was worried, losing. Yeah.
He wanted to see the strength, gauge the strength, though he was quite confident. That's what is written in the purport, Mataji.
What?
Mataji, in the purport, I'm reading the purport actually. So he wanted to see them to make an estimate of the strength which he has to face.
Yeah, make an estimate of the strength. Just imagine there is a rat in your house. Okay. Now, in order to fight with that rat, do you need a big AK-47 or something? No, a small stick and you shoot it up, or you just have a rat catching that thing device, and then you do something like that. But if there is a cobra or a python or a poisonous or dangerous animal in your house, then definitely you need more strength or more things to defend it, right? So Arjuna wanted to see who all have come from the opposite side. Why? To gain strength, to gain mental strength. That's what Prabhupada mentions in the 23rd sloka purport. So we'll start today's discussion with that, where just go through the purport, as Mataji said, towards the last line of the purport of sloka 23. It is given to make an estimate of the strength with which he had to face, although he was quite confident of victory because Krishna was on his side. So this is an example. Like you want to know who is your enemy so that you have that strength to defend. So similarly, Arjuna wanted to gain that strength to see, that's why he wanted to see who all have come. Okay, this is how we prepare for Bhakti Shastri. Okay, so till now, for my case, I was just superficially going through Bhagavad Gita, but it's actually in Bhakti Shastri, we dive into each and every aspect. We may not be going to every nook and corner of all the slokas, but at least the important points are caught, and then we'll try to go a little slow so that you understand. And when you, again, you mark it, okay, so all of you, when you're studying, either you have a notebook or you have a marker, a highlighter. Instead of marking it with a pen or pencil in the Bhagavad Gita, if a highlighter is there, you can just mark as we go through. Okay, so these are the different things which we have to be taken care of. We have to be careful. So today I'll try to see how much I can do. It's 7:30 already. So this is how we saw the overview. You're able to see the screen, right? Yeah. So this is what we saw in the first chapter. It is observing the armies in the battlefield. So there are, like, the first sloka was about Dhritarashtra's inquiry. Sorry. The first sloka was Dhritarashtra's inquiry, like, what did my sons and Pandu's sons do? And then second to 11th sloka, we saw how Duryodhana was so fearful seeing the army. And then he came running to Dronacharya and tried to agitate Dronacharya's mind by saying Drupata Putra, the son of Drupata, Drishtadyumna. Instead of using Drishtadyumna, he said Drupata's Putra, that his enemy's son have come, and then tried to agitate the mind. At the same time, he went to Bhishma Dev and tried to console Bhishma by saying that, oh, my army is complete with you, Bhishma Dev, and started praising to Bhishma Dev, like a typical politician, because he was trying to cover his fear. And then there was blowing of the conch shells, the different conch shells. We saw how the different conch shells were blown, and then which shattered the hearts of the Kauravas, right? So Panchajanya by Krishna and Devadatta by Arjuna, Poundra by Bhima, and then Ananta Vijaya by Yudhishthir, Suposha, Nakula, and Manipushpaka by Sahadev. And then Arjuna's observation. So we stopped till here where Arjuna observing, telling Krishna to take the chariot in between the two armies. And then Arjuna's reason for not to fight. We'll see it today. Try to cover a little bit. Yotsyamanaan avekshe aham ya ete atra samakataha. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. So why this question? Why he wanted to see? Why? Because he wanted to make an estimate of the strength which he had to face. He wanted to estimate the strength. But then after seeing them, Yoga Maya started covering. Why Arjuna is referred to Gudakesha in Sloka 1.24. What's the meaning of Gudakesha and why Arjuna is called Gudakesha in 1.24? I like everyone to participate. So please, if you go wrong also, no problem. Please be active in the class so that, yes, Sanjay Prabhu. Others can put in the chat. Sharanya Mataji. Prabhu, you can't unmute.
Mataji, because Arjuna has conquered sleep, Mataji.
Yes, then only that, conquered sleep. So sleep means what?
Ignorance.
Yeah, sleep means ignorance. So Arjuna have conquered sleep, or he has conquered ignorance. And there's one more reason. Sharanya Mataji. Yes. Why did he conquer sleep and ignorance? What was the quality in him?
Because of his friendship with Krishna.
Yeah, because of his friendship with Krishna. But then a little more, Mataji gave the right answer. Where is she? Mataji, can you unmute? Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes, Manjula Mataji.
Mataji, because all the devotees of Krishna should be against this ignorance or sleep, because if they sleep, that is the time they can't remember Krishna. So
Yes.
you should be always awake to remember Krishna.
Yes.
That's how devotees' nature is, Mataji.
Yeah, so that's why he is called as Gudakesha. So Gudakesha means conquered sleep. Sleep means ignorance. And Prabhupada mentions there, Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance because of his friendship with Krishna. And either in walking or sleep, a devotee always remembers Krishna, right? Always. So he cannot always remember Krishna and never forgetting him. So that's why Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha. Okay. So here there's a story where what happened when, I think it's Narad Muni. So when Narad Muni came, he saw Arjuna sleeping on the lap of Krishna. Third, then Kesha means hair. Buddha means, oh, okay. So once Arjuna was lying on the lap of Krishna, and then Narad Muni is like, it should be the other way around. I mean, Krishna should be resting in Arjuna's lap, right? Why is Arjuna resting on Krishna's lap? So Krishna is like, Narada, come here. Just pick up that hair. One hair of Arjuna had fallen on the ground. So pick up that hair and keep it in near your ears. So Narada kept Arjuna's fallen hair near his ears, and even the hair was chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. That means he's transcendental. And Arjuna, who's Arjuna, by the way? Why did Krishna choose Arjuna from all the Pandavas for Bhagavad Gita? He could have chosen Yudhishthir. He could have chosen Bhima. Yes, Sharanya Mataji?
Mataji, because Arjuna was Vishaka Sakhi Mata.
Very nice. He's Vishaka Sakhi from Goloka. And when that is in Goloka. So, and in Kali Yuga, when Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did Arjuna come as? Arjuna or, oh, they are Naranarayan. Very good, Suresh Prabhu. Yes, they are Naranarayan. They were there. They are associates. In Niti Mataji, you know?
Ramanand Rai Mataji?
Very nice. Ramananda Rai, yes. So, always they are together. So, in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna expands to Radharani. Radharani's first expansion is Vishaka Lalita. So, Vishaka Sakhi in Goloka, Arjuna is Vishaka Sakhi, the eternal associate of Krishna. So definitely there is a more intimacy, and all our Pandavas are devotees, all our friends, Bhaktosi, Sakachadi, all went on in years. But the best quality was he was eternal associate of Krishna. And every wherever they take birth, I mean they not appear, they are always together. And as Ramananda Rai also he came. And Krishna could have stopped the battle, right? Why did Krishna make this battle of Kurukshetra war happen? He could have stopped. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Why Krishna didn't stop the battle? Yes, Sikraji Mataji.
So that he can speak the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and the principles of dharma be established.
What, Mataji?
The principles of dharma.
Principles of
Dharma. So that he could speak the Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield, and the principles of dharma be established.
Yes, and there's one more reason. Yes, these two are the one of the reasons. Yes, Manjula Mataji, is there any other reason? Like Krishna?
Yes, Mataji. Krishna has come to Bhuloka because he wants to say and show also, whoever follows the path of dharma will for surely reach him. Whoever follows the path of adharma, even if they have everyone supporting them, they cannot win over. So that is also one major reason, Mataji. And also the devotees only will always be protected. To make sure, to protect his devotee, Krishna will come down onto the earth. Yuga.
Yes. And what did the Kauravas get at the end of the battle when all the Kauravas died?
Yeah.
Finally, what did they get?
They got Mukti, Mataji, because they were killed.
Yeah.
They were seeing Krishna when they died, no? So they all got Mukti.
Yes. So they all. So this was another reason. If they would have died at home, if the Kauravas have died at home, they will never get moksha, right? So this was another plan of Krishna, that Krishna wanted to wind up his fast time. When did Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, that means towards the end of Dwaparika, Kali Yuga was about to start. So Krishna has to go back to his abode. He's not come just like, he has to take different avatars and do this fast time. So he want to wind up and then go. So when Krishna comes, he doesn't come alone. He comes with his associates, right? So the Pandavas, Kauravas, all are his associates. So he has to take them back. So Krishna wind up his fast time and then gave all them moksha. And that's one of the reasons. And Bhagavad Gita has to be spoken. And you think Arjuna is a Vishaka Sakhi, is the eternal associate of Krishna. Will Arjuna be bewildered? And Arjuna is lamenting because of 5 reasons he can't fight. Krishna's Yoga Maya covers Arjuna for some time. Like how Bhagavatam could be spoken by Shukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, right? And Parikshit Maharaj was thirsty, and he put a dead snake around Shamika Muni. And Shringi, his son, cursed Parikshit Maharaj to be bitten by Takshak, snake bird, in 7 days. And why that happened? That was Krishna's plan. So when reversals happens in our life, it's our Krishna's plan. It's Krishna's plan so that something better comes to us, or might be some karma of us binding. But then when we devote to Krishna, when we become devotees and we take surrender to Krishna, he will take care of it, of everything. And one more thing. Who's Partha? Who's Partha? Okay, now I'll unmute everyone. Who's Partha?
Arjuna.
Arjuna.
Who's Pritha?
Kunti Maharani.
Kunti Maharani. So Kunti Maharani is Pritha, and son of Pritha is Partha. So only Arjuna is Partha. I ask all tricky questions. Only Arjuna is Partha?
Yes, Mataji.
See.
That is why Krishna is called Partha Sarathi.
Partha Sarathi, fine. Yes,
yeah.
Here, in particular to the Bhagavad Gita context, here Arjuna is referred to as Partha. But actually, is Arjuna only called as Partha? Because Kunti Maharani is Pritha, and son of Pritha is Partha. So Kunti Maharani had only one son.
All the sons.
So all the 5 are Parthas.
No, Mataji.
All the 5 were Kunti's sons?
Yes.
No.
Yes, Mataji. But this was really interesting. I didn't know about it.
Why
No,
they were
Pandu.
Indra?
Maharaj Pandu, King Pandu had 2 wives. One was Kunti Maharani, one was, who knows?
Madri.
Yeah, Madri. Who told? Niti Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Madri. So Madri's sons were who and Kunti's sons were who?
Nakul Sahadeo Madri.
Yes.
First.
Yes. So it's clear. So Pandu, King Pandu had 2 wives, Kunti and Madri. Okay. So Kunti Maharani and Pandu together had Yudhishthir, Bhima and Arjuna. That's it. These 3 are Kunti Maharani's sons. And Nakula and Sahadev was born out of Madri. And then what happened when Pandu died at a very young age, and those days it was like Sati system, where the wife had to jump on the fire and sacrifice her life. So Madri told Kunti Maharani, take care of my sons also as your sons. Let them all, they are called Pandavas because they are sons of Pandu. The father is same, but the mothers are 2. So Madri did the Sati sacrifice, and it was Kunti Maharani who took care of all these 5 sons as her own sons, right? So the son of Pritha is Partha, and Partha refers to 3 people, Yudhishthir, Bhima and Arjuna. Not Nagula and Sahadev, because Nagula and Sahadev are Madri's sons. You got it? So Partha refers to all 3, but here in this context, Partha refers to Arjuna because Arjuna was in the chariot, and as Partha Sarathi, Krishna came. I hope it's clear now. Okay. I don't know much of Mahabharata, but I just know this part because it comes in the discussion. Okay. Done. Now what happened? So Krishna speaks for the first time. We think Krishna didn't speak in the first chapter, right? Yes, Ramarajan Prabhu.
He is because he is a Pritha, he is son of Pritha. That's why he is called Partha. Arjuna.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Yes, Manjula Mataji.
Mataji.
You want to add something?
No, Mataji, I already said. I didn't know it about. Thank you so much. I didn't have the idea about all 3 were called Partha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So we think that Krishna never spoke for the first time. Even I was like, Krishna never spoke on the first chapter, but Krishna speaks. Actually, he didn't start speaking philosophy. He speaks in the 2nd chapter, but first chapter, Krishna speaks just one line in the 25th chapter, sloka, first chapter, 25th sloka. He says, Pashetan samavetan kurun iti. Just behold the kurus. So that's the first sloka and first time when Krishna speaks. What quality of Krishna do you see here? Which of a quality of a guru? What quality of a guru can you see in Krishna? Can you put in the chat? Just put in the chat. So I'll just read the sloka. Bhishmadrona pramukhatha sarvesham cha mahishitam uvacha partha pashetan samavetan kurun iti. Yes, listening, patience, very good. Yes. So a guru should listen first, right? He was silent till now. He's silent throughout the first chapter. And when the second chapter, 7th sloka, when Arjuna surrenders, Karpanyatosho Pahata Swabhava Prichami Tvam Dharma Sammoda Cheta Yashreyasanyashchitam Bruhitanme Shishyas Teham Shadimam Tvam Prabannam Shishyasta. I become your disciple. And then Krishna starts speaking. So this is a nice quality of guru. So many teachers here that we should listen first. We have 2 years, even in spiritual life, we listen first, then we speak or preach. So we should listen. So it's a nice quote. Yes, Niti Mataji.
Mataji, everywhere Prabhupada has written Shri Bhagavan Uvachu. Why it is not written here, Mataji?
Here it's not written. Oh, here in he didn't start actually the philosophical question. It's not started, right? And also here in this here actually Sanjay is saying. See the previous sloka, it's Sanjay Uvaja, right? So
Right,
this sloka, even 25th sloka is spoken by Sanjaya. So it's not Krishna and Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra that Krishna spoke like this. So that's why. And why Shri Bhagavan Uvaja, not Krishna Uvaja? Good, you put this question.
He is the Bhagwan.
Why is he Bhagavan?
Paramaha Krishna, Ishvara Paramaha Krishna.
Why is he Bhagavan? Bhaga. What is Bhaga and Van?
He compasses all the three stages of Bhagwan realization, the Brahma Jyoti, the Paramatma,
that
everything is
Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. I'm asking the Bhagavan. Why is Krishna called Bhagavan? Okay, anyone else? Bhaga and Van. What is the meaning? Why is Krishna called Bhagavan? Arey, these are basics. Shriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because he's the absolute whole. Because everything comes.
Yes, he is Purna, but
Bhagwan is the last stage of our bhakti.
If you want a clue, it's given in the 2nd chapter, 2nd sloka. Quickly see the puppet. No, yeah, yes, Mataji, what he said? All the 3 features, that's different stages of realization. And Bhagavan is the ultimate stage of realization. Why is Krishna called Bhagavan? Okay, tell me towards whoever get the answer, please tell me. Why is Krishna called? Knows past, present, future. That's not the real meaning of Bhagavan. So 2nd chapter, 2nd sloka, puppet. Fast. So Krishna says one word here, Pashyeta. Yeah, who got it first? Sharanya Mataji.
Mataji, because Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead.
That is only Bhagavan, but why? Yes, Manjula Mataji. Because not able to unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Because Vedavyasa's father, Parashara, he has defined that like Bhagavan means the one who possesses the assets, all the assets like beauty, fame, knowledge, strength, wealth, and renunciation. So no one can have everything and completely. Only Krishna has these things completely and all of them together. That is why it's called Bhagavan, Mataji.
Yeah, and when you say, you should say all. See, remember Krishna, Prabhupada has mentioned all rich, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, all renunciation. All. Not like 90%. All. 100%. So Krishna has all these 6 opulence. Aishwaryasya, Virasya, Yashasya, Samagrasya, Jnana, Vairagya. So these are the 6 opulences. These 6 opulences, if it is there 100 by 100 in somebody, he is Bhagavan. Who else have? Nobody else have. Like you take in the material world, somebody must be Miss India or Miss World or something, very much beautiful. Is that person rich? No. Somebody would be very rich, but is that person full of knowledge? No. Somebody would be very strong, in a gymnastic person, but is he beautiful? No. But everything is there in Bhagavan or Krishna. Beauty, Krishna is the most handsome person in the whole creation. Kantar Pakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purisham Tamaham Machavi. Kantar Pakoti, thousands of cupids get attracted to Krishna. Even Cupid, love of God, God of love, he went to Vrindavan and he was trying to put the Cupid arrow to Krishna, and he just saw the backside of Krishna. But the moment Krishna turned, Cupid also fell. So Krishna is called as what? Because he attracts even the Cupid, Krishna is called? What is the name of Krishna?
Madan Mohan Mataji.
Very good, Madan Mohan. And who is Madana Mohana Mohini?
Radharani.
Very good, because she attracts even Krishna. So all beauty, he has all beauty. He has all strength. At the age of 7, he lifted Govardhan Hill with his left hand pinky finger for 7 days and 7 nights. Who can be more stronger than him? All fame, even after 5,000 years Bhagavad Gita was spoken, we are still discussing about Krishna. He's the most famous. All knowledge as Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas is also Krishna. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. He compiled all the Vedas. Vedanta Krit Veda Videva Chaham. All renunciation. Krishna is aloof from everything. He creates, maintains, but then he is not affected by anything. Right? So in this way, and all rich, Lakshmi Sahasra Sada Sambrama Seva Manam Govindamadi Purusham Tamahavacha. With thousands of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. Right? So who else can be so more rich than him? That's why Krishna is called Bhagavan. All the 6 opulences are full of Krishna. So our beauty, our wealth, our richness, or our strength, or nothing can attract Krishna, right? Because he is full in everything. Nothing can attract Krishna. What is the only thing which can attract Krishna? Only and only thing which can attract Krishna. Yes, Mehndi Mataji?
Unalloyed devotion, Mataji.
Yeah, unalloyed devotion, pure devotional service. It's called Krishna Akarshani. Yeah, Radharani is Krishna's eternal pleasure potency, right? Okay. So here Krishna speaks by saying Pashetan Samavetan Kuruiti. Just before the Kuru, see who all have come. So Sanjay is saying this to Dhritarashtra. Why Arjuna is addressed as Partha? We already discussed this. He's called, he's a son of Krita. The other side of Duryodhan, why he did not think in that way? Why Arjuna is thinking that I should not fight? Because he's a devotee. That's the difference. A devotee thinks like that. A devotee does not like to kill anyone, even an ant. So many atrocities were done to him. Still, when the question of killing came, he was not very happy. No, this is Vaishnava. He's ready to excuse even the greatest enemy. Okay, a Vaishnava can excuse a greatest enemy, any offense done to him. But what are the 2 situations where a Vaishnava reacts? A Vaishnava can react in 2 situations. Otherwise, he should be tolerant. Yes? You can unmute. You can unmute, Hari.
When someone is blaspheming the Lord, and when
Yes.
someone is hurting the devotee of the Lord.
Very good. So in the 2 conditions where someone do Vaishnava Aparad or blaspheme some devotees like Srila Prabhupada, pure devotees, or someone blasphemes the Lord like a Mayavadi or atheist, so definitely you can be transcendental anchor. But not physical, but still. So these are the 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented: compassion, no enjoyment, sin, then family traditions will be lost, and indecision. These are the verses in which these reasons are mentioned. Okay, compassion. He saw his all the Kauravas and he was like, how can I kill my cousins? There's so much compassion. No enjoyment. He's like, after killing them, how will I enjoy? No enjoyment. Sin. I have to kill Dronacharya, my guru. So Guru Hatya, that's the biggest sin. I can't do it. And then if I kill everyone, then what will happen? Varna Shakara, that's family traditions will be lost. Elders in the family will be killed. And indecision whether to fight or not. So as a Kshatriya, he's supposed to do, but then he's like indecision. He's not able to decide whether should I fight or not. Let's see each reason. I don't think we can complete it today, but then whatever we can, we'll just see. So Kripaya Paraya Vishto, that sloka says in the 27th sloka. Tan Samikshya Sa Kaunteya Sarvan Bhantun Avastitan Kripaya Paraya Vishto Vishiddhan Itham Abravet. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all the different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion. So compassion, that's a good quality of a devotee. Paradukha Dukhi. Right? How Srila Prabhupada was so compassionate, went to America. All our Gurujans, everyone are so compassionate. That's why, because they want to deliver the whole world. So Arjuna was also compassionate. And then these are the symptoms which came to Arjuna. Okay, so what happened to Arjuna? The limbs were quivering, his mouth were drying, the whole body trembled, hairs were standing on end, from the hand his Gandiva bow slipped, and the skin was burning. legs were unable to stand, and the mind was reeling. So different symptoms of Arjuna's body was due to his soft-heartedness or the compassion nature. But the same things are seen in some other situation also, right? And what do you think is the difference? Prabhupada mentions there in the purport, 29th sloka, purport. What are the other situations where these symptoms are seen, and how do you differentiate between both? Yes, Nidhi Mataji.
Mataji, when somebody is fearing, then also the same symptoms are exhibited.
Somebody
And,
is
scared. He's
scared.
fearing from certain condition.
Stress,
So in that
stress. But then
stress,
what is
yeah.
the difference?
So Mataji, in this case, he's like, his heart is, he's compassionate. So he doesn't have that material conception, or he's not fearing for his life or something. He's fearing that other people might get hurt, might get die.
Yes. 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 So Mataji, as Mataji said, yes, in stress also the CC symptoms are seen, but the difference is there is no fear factor in fear factor is there in stress, but in spiritual ecstasy there is no fear factor, right? If somebody is in spiritual ecstasy, can you put in the chat somebody exhibited these symptoms in spiritual ecstasy other than who else did? Who had these symptoms in spiritual ecstasy? And there was no fear in it. Yeah, in stress there is fear. Yes, Suresh Prabhu, there is material, there is fear, material conception of life, there is fear. But in spiritual ecstasy also, who exhibited these symptoms? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hari Bol. Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited these symptoms when he went to Jagannath Puri in front of Lord Jagannath. Who else? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Who else had these symptoms? That the whole hair body was trembling, hairs were standing on end, tears were coming from the eyes. I'll give a clue. It's in Vrindavan. Haridas Thakur exhibiting the symptoms, I have not read anywhere. But yes, he is also a pure devotee. Sudama, not so much. This is like Vipralamba Bha, or is in case of Madhurya Ras. Who is in Vrindavan? Who was Madhurya Ras with Krishna? And there was separation from Krishna. Yeah, Radharani. Right? The Vrajavasis and Radharani also had these symptoms. Okay, so these are the symptoms seen in stress and also in spiritual ecstasy. The difference is that there is fear in stress, but there's no fear in spiritual ecstasy. So these are two situations where these symptoms are seen. Prabhupada mentions. Yeah, does anyone like to read this? It's a quote by Srila Prabhupada. Raise a digital hand, I can unmute. Yes, Sikriti Mataji, can you read?
If you insult his devotee, the devotee may excuse, but Krishna will not excuse. This is Krishna's position. Therefore, be careful to insult a devotee. A devotee may excuse you, but Krishna will not excuse you. Krishna is so strict. He cannot tolerate any insult to his devotee. Therefore, this arrangement of fighting, Arjuna wanted, no, let them be excused. Krishna wanted, no, you must fight. You must kill them.
Yeah,
Bhagavad
so
Gita.
Krishna wanted Bhagavad Gita, yes. So Krishna wanted the battle to happen, right? Krishna's like, you must do it, right? So when Arjuna is killing, there is no sin. Why? Arjuna is going to kill all these Kauravas, but there is no sin. Why? Yes, Nidhi okay, Sharanya Mataji.
Mataji, because he's doing for Krishna.
Very
Mataji.
good. So he's doing in Krishna consciousness, right? He's doing it for Krishna. And who actually killed them? Who actually did the killing? Is it Ratnamala Mataji?
Krishna had already killed them, Mataji.
How do you know?
Krishna only told Arjuna That means
Krishna told and
yoga,
also Krishna practically did something.
the Vishwa avatar, in that he's showing
Yes, very good.
everything going on. Yeah.
Vishwarupa, yeah. When Krishna exhibited the 11th chapter, the Vishwarupa, the universal form, what did Krishna show? That everyone were going inside the mouth of Krishna, right? Bhishma, Dronacharya, all the Kauravas. That means Krishna have already killed them, right? And Krishna is saying, Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Oh Arjuna, you become just an instrument. I've already killed them. Krishna have already did the job, right? For example, there is a baby who likes to go with a ride with his father's motorbike. So the father makes the kid sit in front, and the kid can't even reach the pedal, or he can't hold it correctly. But then he just sits, and the father is driving. But the kid thinks, "Oh, I am taking a ride." No, and then it just goes around and come, and the kid thinks that, "Oh, I am driving." Who's actually driving? The father, not the kid. But kid is just an instrument there. Kid is thinking that he's driving. Similarly, Krishna is like, Arjuna, you just be like that kid. Just do the fighting. Just act as fighting. There's another proof that it's Krishna who killed everyone, not Arjuna. Who's that? Who's that proof? There's a person. Anyone knows? A little bit of Mahabharata. Starts with B. No idea? Yes. Grandson of Bhima. Who was that? Yes, Ramarajan Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. You're not able to unmute? I'm unmuting you. Oh, everyone can unmute. Okay.
Hare Krishna
Babrika
Mataji.
Mataji, Babrika.
Yeah,
Okay.
who's that? Who's Barbary? Grandson of Bhima. Son of Bhima is Khadolkajan, his son. What happened to Barbary?
Mataji, he had arrows which could finish the battle in just, I think, very less time. Okay, exactly, I don't know. But the thing is, Krishna wants the battle to be fought between Pandavas and Kauravas only. So he visits him before the Kurukshetra war to begin, and he'll test him, and he'll ask for his head, Barbarika's head, Krishna. So Lord Krishna, when he asks, Barbarika will offer his head, and he'll ask what is the request you want, because he gave up his head for Krishna. So Krishna was asked for that he wants to see the war between Kauravas and Pandavas. So his head was kept top hill so that he can observe both the armies fighting.
Yes.
At the end, they all went, after the war, they all went, like Pandavas went and asked, wanted to decide who did well, so kind of thing. So Barbarika informed that I could see only Krishna was,
Yes.
so that is the person, like he was the person who was a witness of this entire war, Mataji.
Yes, very nice. So when Barbarik's head was kept on that mountain, and then everyone asked Barbarik, how did Arjuna fight? How did Duryodhan fight? And Barbarik's like, what? Arjuna? Nobody fought. It was Krishna only fighting from this side, that side. That means Krishna is the real doer. We are not the doer. We think we are the doer. Ahangara vimudhatma kartahyamid manyate. We think we are the doer. We are not the doer, actually. It's Krishna who is actually the sanctioning and doing everything. We're just an instrument. Nimitta matram bhavasate sachin. So in this chapter, there are 4 reasons being explained. Indecision will come in the second chapter. Compassion, no enjoyment, fear of sinful reactions. Okay, compassion for friends and relatives, no enjoyment even if victorious, fearful of sinful reaction, destruction of family traditions will be discussed in chapter 1, and indecision will come in chapter 2. Nacha shreyo anupashyami hatva swajanam ahave nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacha rajyam sukhani cha. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So Arjuna is like, I can't see anything good. Why do you want this battle to come? Right? So what is the analogy discussed by Prabhupada? The 31st sloka. Just as a person who does not feel hunger is not inclined to cook, similarly, fill in the blanks. See the 31st sloka. See, there is marks for activity in the class also. Okay, if you are become active and you participate in the class, it's noted, and even that is recorded. So please be active in the class and read. If you're not, if you feel shy to unmute, at least put in the chat so that I see that you are active. Yes, Nidhi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Arjun was very compassionate, so he didn't even want to kill his enemies, definitely not his relatives. So he said, why to fight when I don't want to kill them? So why to cook when I'm not hungry?
Yeah. So Arjuna is not happy after fighting, or you don't feel happy with fighting. Like how you don't feel like cooking when you're not hungry, right? Only feel hungry, you feel like cooking. Like especially when you're alone at home, if there is no family staying with you, you're alone. You don't feel like cooking at all. At least for the family, you feel like cooking. But then when you're alone, you eat some snacks and you try to control your hunger. But if you're really hungry, you'll cook. So Arjuna didn't feel like fighting because he didn't think that there is happiness. There is no happiness behind that. So everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. So he's in the bodily platform now, like all of us. I am this body. That's what he is thinking. He's made to think. He already knows, but then like Yogamaya covers this for us, and he's not seeing the soul part. He's just seeing the godly concept. He's thinking Krishna is not so important, my family is important. Although he's a devotee, therefore, in the lower stage of devotion, one may be interested in Krishna consciousness, but his real interest is in how to improve the material life. The 4 kinds of people who surrender to Krishna. Chaturvidapa jande mam jana subhrivinorjana arto jitnasuna karti jnani jabara darshava. So initially when you come to Krishna consciousness, it's artharti. You want all material things and improving material life. Yeah, materially attached to the family. Yes, that's what is seen here. Like how Akarmi is. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brothers, but it was Lord's plan that they should all be killed. It was Krishna's plan. Why? To give them moksha. And what type of moksha did they get? You put in the chat, there are 5 types of moksha, right? Sayuja, Sami, Pyasalo, Pyasaro, Pyasashti. In that, which moksha did they get? Does anyone want explanation of these mokshas? You know, or I'll explain why it is, what it is. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischiefs done to the devotee by the miscreants. Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who have done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants. All the Arjuna wanted to excuse them. Again, need to explain. Nidhi Mataji says Sarupya. Why Mataji? Nidhi Mataji? Why Sarupya? Can you explain?
Mataji, because they had seen the Lord in his 200 form in a battlefield.
Yeah, So everyone wants to know about the moksha. So moksha means what? Coming out of birth, death, old age, disease cycle, right? No punarjanma. That's moksha or mukti. Mukti or liberation, all this is same. Yeah, so all this is same. Okay, there are 5 types of moksha. So one is sarupya, having the same form, rupa of the Lord. Like in case of Vaikuntha, if you see Ajamala's pastime, where the Vishnudutas come to take Ajamala back, they had 4 hands. The Jaya Vijaya, the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha had 4 hands, right? So the 4-handed form, that is sarupya, same rupa as the Lord. Samibhya, Samibhya means having close association with the Lord, able to do personal service to Krishna. Samibhya. Saloke, in the same loka of the Lord, either Vaikuntha or Goloka. Then Sashti. Sashti means same opulence as the Lord, all Aishwarya and richness and all that. And these are all which a devotee, a pure devotee doesn't want moksha, but then these are 4 moksha, which is all right for devotee, permanent moksha. But there's something called the lowest type of moksha is called Sayuja Mukti, where like the demons or the negative people gets, and that's like merging into the Brahman effulgence, like how Mayavadi wants, like merging into the Brahman effulgence. That's called Sayuja Mukti. But no use of that Mukti because there's again rebirth. Aruhi Krichena Parampatam Tat Padantiya, there's rebirth again. Hope it's clear. Is
Mataji, I always get confused between Samipya and the Salokya. Like they both
almost
mean
same, but in Salokya there is no close association. You won't get personal service. But Samipya is you're just very close. Samipya means just near to the Lord, and you get personal service. Like Vapu, Vapu and Vani. That's like Vapu means you personally serve the Lord in person. His bodily service. But in Salokya, it's the same word. Maybe you're doing some other distant service, no personal service.
Okay, Mataji.
Like there are personal, there are like, for example, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is residing in Mayapur. So there's so many devotees in Mayapur doing many other service, deity worship, that, this. Okay, so they are like in the same place which Maharaj is. But there are few devotees who is personally taking care of him, his health and cooking for him and all. So that is personal service. That's Vapu. Which chapter is explained? Sindhu Mataji, this about Bhakti, these 5 Muktis are given in Nectar of Devotion, also in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's not in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam also explains. I'll give you the right reference later. There's a sloka. Can someone locate? There's a sloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita about the 5 Muktis. Sarup, Saloke, Samipya, Shastri, and all that. Shastri means having seen opulence as the Lord. Opulence. Opulence means the richness. So Arjuna wanted to excuse them, but then Lord didn't want to excuse them because they suffered so much, right? So why Krishna is called as Govinda in the sloka 32 to 35? Why Krishna is called Govinda? I want the meaning and why that name is used. Ratna Mataji.
Mataji, because he gives happiness to the cows.
Yeah.
Ananda to the cows.
Yeah. But then cows, Bhagavad Gita, what is the relation? Here, go means something else. Go means cows. Go also means something else, Mataji. You're right. But in this sloka, there is something. Oh, Madhya Leela 6.266. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela. The chapter 6, verse 266. If you go, just if you want, that sloka is given. 6 opulences, richness, all rich, all strength, all beauty, all knowledge, all renunciation, Mataji. And all fame. Yeah, go also means senses. Good. So here go means Govinda means senses. And Sikriti Mataji, why Govinda mentioned in this verse?
Because Lord Krishna wanted to Arjuna indicates that Krishna also understands what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. So Arjuna, no, as a devotee, we always want to serve the Lord. We want to, that is our main. We get happiness in that, eternal happiness in serving the lotus feet of the Lord as a devotee.
Yes, Mataji. But then Govinda, why this term is used again in this verse?
So Mataji, Krishna is the one who gives pleasure to the cows and to the senses. And Arjuna he took this name because he thought that now Krishna will understand what turmoil is going inside me, and he will provide a relief to me.
Yeah. So that means Krishna is called Govinda, who gives pleasure to the senses. So Krishna has to give pleasure to my sense also, no? That's what Arjuna is thinking. And that's why he addressed Govinda. Every verse, every sloka, the terms used in describing Krishna is very important. And why Madhava is used in the 36th sloka? What is the meaning of Madhava and why Madhava is used in 36th sloka? Go to the sloka, go to the purport. Prabhupada gives the answer there. Why Madhava? So every time you should read and come so that it's easy for us to discuss. But it's okay this time. Yes, why Madhava, Ratna Mataji? Hare Krishna. Why the term Madhava used?
Because he is the husband of the goddess of fortune.
Yes. So, why? My question is not what is the meaning of Madhava. My question is why Madhava, the term is used in the sloka. Yes, Mataji. Madhava is husband of goddess of fortune. I agree. But why Madhava in this verse? Why he could not use Gopala, Govinda, Rishikesha here? You got my question? Yes, Manjula Mataji.
Mataji, Madhusudana and Madhava. You want both, Mataji?
No, Madhava, only Madhava.
Only Madhava. Mataji, here the thing is, whoever gets the fortune, they will be literally happy in the material world, if you consider that, wherever the fortune is there. Here, the thing is different for Arjuna. He doesn't want any fortune. He's not desiring any fortune. So, as a devotee, no one should think of fortune because it is not going to please them anyway. So that comfort will not come. So here, if he kills these people who are in front of him, he will for sure get a fortune and be a king. So he's not interested in it. And he's getting that by killing his own kinsman. No? That is still painful for him. So he just wants to address Krishna, who is the one who has all this fortune, because he is husband of goddess of fortune. He tells what is the use of it. How can I be happy with this fortune? You know what is fortune. How can I have this fortune?
Yeah, so Arjuna knows that Krishna will never bring misfortune, right? As the husband of goddess of fortune, he is supposed to bring good fortune. But now Krishna is telling to fight. So Arjuna is like, you're bringing misfortune or what? So you can see here, it is Prabhupada explaining. The goddess of fortune, Krishna wanted him to fight, right? But then it's like bringing misfortune. So Krishna never brings misfortune to anyone, not even to devotees. And Arjuna is like, Krishna, you're Madhava. You're husband of goddess of fortune. You're supposed to bring good fortune. You're bringing misfortune to me or what? No? So that's why, yeah, and Krishna never brings misfortune to anyone. Okay? Yes, so these are the reasons why this specific term. So these all can come as your Bhakti Shastri close book questions. Why this term is used? You need to explain the term, and you need to tell the reason why Krishna is called like that. Okay, and then sinful reactions, papam eva shreyet asman is being used in the 36th sloka. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Who are the 6 aggressors mentioned in sloka 36? And if you kill the 6 aggressors, there is no sin entering. Papam eva shreyet asman hadvaitan atataina tasman narhavayam hantum Data Rashran Sabhandavan Swajanam hi katam hatva Sukina Shyama Madhava. Sikriti Mataji. What are the 6 aggressors?
A poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks his deadly weapons, one who plunders riches, one who occupies another's land, and one who kidnaps a wife.
Yes. So did all these happen to the Pandavas?
Yes.
Who gave poison to whom? Okay, I'll admit everyone. Did Pandavas undergo this first offense? Poison?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, they gave to the
Bhima was
children.
given poison by.
Yeah. So Bhima was given a poisonous cake. Yes. What about setting fire to the house?
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
And
Laksha Graha.
Laksha, yes, Laksha Graha, when they were in Vanavas. So that time it was fire into the house and they escaped. What about deadly weapons? Was the Pandavas attacked by deadly weapons? Something related to Uttara?
Okay, yeah, Abhimanyu was.
Ashwathama, Mataji.
Ashwathama.
Yes.
Good. Ashwathama gave sent the Brahmastra to kill whom? Who was
Parikshit Maharaj.
Yes, Parikshit Maharaj, and then Krishna protected. And also, as Mataji said, Abhimanyu, yes, even there, the deadly weapons were used. Riches, did they plunder their rich?
Yes.
Yes,
The
Mataji, by
Hastinapur
gambling.
kingdom. Yeah,
By
they
gambling.
plundered all the rich, and land also was occupied. Kidnapping wife, kidnapping was not done, but insulting Draupadi was done, right? So all the six were done to the Pandavas. Just see how much they suffered. So yes, as a poison giver, Duryodhana fed Bhima a poisonous cake. Duryodhana arranged the house of Lac to be built for Pandavas, and then he set fire, right? And then Shakuni cheated in the dice game, plundered their wealth. Kauravas occupied the Pandavas' land, and finally, even Draupadi was insulted, and they also tried to attempt to kidnap her. So all the six things were done by the Kauravas to the Pandavas. Just imagine. Okay, so there's a breakout room. We'll end with this breakout room. I'll put you in the rooms. Just a note will come on your screen to join the room. Just join the breakout room. 5 minutes might be. You have to discuss from the Shastras, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, examples of these 6 type of aggressors. Okay, so who are the 6 type of aggressors, and with which devotee this happened, and from the Shastra. Just might be from Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or from the Shastras, Ramayana you can take. And okay, we'll quickly go to some free rooms and come back. I just want the names and which aggression was done. Understood? The 6 type of aggressors. Please take examples from the Shastras and discuss. And we'll have 5 minutes breakout room, and then we come back and we discuss it. Hare Krishna. Is everyone back? Yes. So what did you discuss, like from room number? Let's go to room number 1. Niti Mataji, Nivedita Mataji, Sindhu Mataji, Suresh Prabhu, and Manjula Mataji. So I can unmute everyone. You can just tell some examples of aggressors and yeah, whom did you see?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, we really had a good discussion and we tried to find out an example for all the 6 points.
Yes.
For the first one, the poison giver, we took Prahlad Maharaj was given poison by his own father.
Yes, very good.
And another one who sets fire to the house, like Mataji, most of the rishis were, when they're doing yagna and giving power to the gods, like, all the demons were attacking them and putting fire. So they also come under aggressors, Mataji. But a specific example,
yes,
we didn't get. It's a common one. So one who attacks with a deadly weapon, like when Rama was kidnapping Sita Mata, Jatayu wanted to protect Sita Mata, so he was attacked by deadly weapon by Ravana.
yes.
And one who plunders riches, I think, and one who occupies another's land, both of them we considered Vali, Mataji. Like, by cheating, he was taken up all the properties of his brother, kind of. And one who kidnaps wife, I think the best example is Ravana. No one else there. Yeah. I can't hear you, Mataji. We can't hear you, I guess.
Mataji, you're mute.
Sorry. Yeah, nice example from Ramayan. So yes. So might be all of you have the same. But any extra examples from room number 2? Ramarajan Prabhu, Sanjay Prabhu, Sharanya Mataji, Shriya Mataji, and Sigruti Mataji. What did you discuss? Any extra points, or what is the example? Yes, Shriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. We had an example. We had similar examples like Mataji, but we can also have Putana's example, giving poison to Krishna in form of milk.
Yeah, Putana. Yes.
And comes trying to always attack his brother-in-law and sister. I don't know if that will come in attacking, or like attacking.
Yeah, comes. Yeah, all the so many things.
Always attacking, yes. Krishna.
Yes.
And obviously Ravan and Rama
but
had
comes
a fight.
didn't use any deadly weapons. He was using demons as weapons. No, Akasur, Bakasur, all of them. Yes. And then Ravan. Yes, Ravan example.
And Sugriv and Vali. Example of Vali trying to take wealth of Sugriv and kidnapping.
Yes. Good. Okay. So what about room number 3? Deepika Mataji, Uranmai Mataji, Ratnamala Mataji. Only 3 from room number 3. Okay.
Mataji, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad.
Yeah, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad, poison and deadly weapons, all that comes.
All come into that, yeah.
Yeah.
We can add one more example, Mataji. Mirabai was also given poison by her husband.
Yeah, even that is an example of poison. Yes. Okay, so these are the different examples we saw. The 6 the aggressors, like killing them is not considered to be sinful. But now can we take that law in our hand? No, it's not possible, because this is done by the Lord, right? When Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, all these pastimes are related to Krishna, not in this material world. So here we should be careful. We should not go and kill them and say that it's sinless to kill such aggressors. But then what about giving death sentence to someone? Somebody kills someone or rapes something, it happens, and so many times we heard about death sentence. And the judge gives death sentence. What do you think about the death sentence? Is it good or bad?
It is good, Mataji, because he's delivering justice to the wrong.
Justice, but when it comes to the part of karma, how is that related to karma?
It is also he doesn't get any karma. He doesn't get any karma.
The judge doesn't get karma. But what about the person who's been hanged?
It is being said, Mataji, that all karmas will burn in this birth only. Now he Yeah,
Yes.
he will not take
So,
birth and again for like,
very good. Yeah,
will be burned.
because he killed someone, so next Janma he is supposed to get killed. But then, since this punishment is got, he undergoes this punishment. Next Janma he don't have to. But then still he'll go for an abominable life because he didn't do the right thing. He doesn't have the right to take any life. So yes, the karma takes care of it. Okay, so I think we can end here.
Mataji,
Yes, Prabhu.
but now actually death sentence is not there. By law it has been prohibited. Only they can give life in prison.
Yes, but then
as the present standards.
okay.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
some cases,
But actually, that was good actually because of the karma. If you think the karma, but then innocent people should not be punished. Yes, even that happens. Yes, Prabhu. So I think we can end here. So please do read and come next time. We stopped at 36. We'll continue from 36 up to the last sloka, 47. What's the last sloka? Around that. So we'll complete it next week.
47.
Please be active in the breakout rooms. Everyone should have a chance to speak. Not like some dominates and some keeps quiet. You know, somebody takes the lead and unmute everyone. Tell them to give their opinion and give the 2 or 3 minutes to every devotee and let them speak. This is a way to interact. So please don't ignore this. First exam, Shriya Mataji, don't bother about exam. We are here to get nice knowledge and understand Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, whoever studies Bhagavad Gita is actually worshipping me with his intelligence. So exam will be after two chapters. Okay, the second chapter is going to be long, so much of soul and everything. Yes, Sindhu Mataji, you have a question?
Yeah, I am not able to mark the attendance. It says I don't have access. Last class
Others
also I was
could
not
do
able
it,
to.
right? All of you did the mark the attendance, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
madam.
Yes,
Mataji, you
Mataji.
try with another device or might be your mail ID, something you just change
Okay.
and see. Might be
Sorry,
some technical
Mataji.
error. Yes,
Sorry
Niti
to
Mataji?
interrupt.
Mataji, that Achyuta example, what you like not example, Achyuta and thing that you were telling. So two meanings it had. One is infallible, whatever position he takes, but he will be infallible from his own, like his supreme personality of Godhead level. What was the other meaning, Mataji?
It doesn't fail to reciprocate to his devotees or doesn't fail to protect his devotees. It's given in the purport in the 21st sloka. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, somewhere I read, he's also called Achyuta because he doesn't fall like us. Like we did sin in spiritual world, so we fell down. We want to be independent. But Krishna didn't fall just like us. He appears, right? So, and it is said that he doesn't have to change his form when he appears. We have to take a material form, but Krishna is transcendental. That's also a reason of Achyuta. Okay. Yes, Manjula Mataji?
Mataji, you told there is a handout kind of thing for the studies.
Yeah, Bhakti
If you
Shastri
don't mind
handle.
finishing. Yeah. Please, Mataji.
Yeah, we'll share in the WhatsApp group, okay?
Yes, Mataji. Because I was not in the last class, so I just wanted.
Yes, and for your information, like in the temple link, that is t.ly temple, every day there is Chaitanya Charitamrita reading going on by Ramanishta Prabhu, temple president. Please do attend. It's like, it's very nice nectar to drink Chaitanya Charitamrita before Gaur Purnima. So every day you can join. It starts at 8:15 to 8:30. Prabhu reads for like half an hour to 45 minutes. You can join here, t.ly temple link, okay? Where Bhagavatam class and all happens. And so we'll see next week, next Sunday. So please
Is it
do
in the
read and
morning?
come.
Mataji,
What?
Mataji,
Is it in the morning, Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Now 8:15 p.m. 8 a.m. Prabhu takes Bhagavatam class. Okay, same.
Yeah.
Yes,
That I
Ramraj
reckon.
Prabhu.
can we get this hard copy books
Hard copy of what?
of Bhagavad Gita and this NOI?
You don't have?
Bhagavad Gita I have, but I want
NOI, NOD.
and Chaitanya Charitamrita.
There's a link where you can buy the hard copy books, NOI, NOD, and the Ishopanishad. It comes in a package. I will share it in the group, Prabhu. The link.
And Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Yeah, even that is there. The link. I will share the link. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Nivedita Mataji, for the announcement. Pancha Kalpadru Pesha Kripa Sindhu Deva Japati Dana Pavadi Vaishnavi Vaishnavi.